Hey everyone, Rob and Chris back today in the Haven Lighting showroom to discuss the advantages, disadvantages, and the differences between the Haven lighting system and the WAC full color system.
This is a multi-part series, but today we're going to cover the overview of both of the apps and the capabilities there. So to start, we are going to cover the control of the lights themselves. So both systems, you have the capability of individual control of the lights if you want to. With the Haven system, zoning allows for individual control. It also allows for group control within the zoning process itself. We're going to dive into the details of that in a later video.
Okay, so let's dive in. First, to start on the Haven lighting app, we're going to compare and contrast some different ways of control. As you see here on the list view on the Haven lighting app, you have the option to simply control on and off.
Yeah, on the WAC app, to turn the lights on and off, you're going to select the individual light, and then this little light bulb at the top actually will turn the lights on and off. So a little less intuitive on the WAC app, because on the Haven app you've got the on and off words. It took me a minute to figure out how to do the on and off with the WAC app, but it is there. You do have to select the light first.
And the nice thing about it is you get the status feedback. So same with the color. You select our color on our app, it gives you the color selection chart, right? 8 selections of white temperature, and 20 colors with the 9 series or 32 colors with the 9 series Pro system.
Yeah, so with the WAC app, we've got 12 color spots, 6 colors at full brightness, and then 6 of the same colors at half brightness. You also have a brightness bar, which same as Haven, you've got the ability to change brightness on the front screen as well. And then you've got 4 colors of white on the WAC app. Now you can change these colors on the WAC app. So if I select a color wheel here, I can vary the color with the color wheel of each square, and then I can save that square to that individual color if I want to. But out of the box, you get 6 colors and then 6 50% brightness colors.
So another method of control is by group. So you can place multiple zones into a group, or if you have your lights individually zoned, you're placing individual lights into groups, however you wish to set it up. But it gives you another method of control to where you can organize. For instance, you can organize your zones. You can split it up from left side of the house to right side of the house, odd, even, however you like to set it up. But it gives you the same feedback, status feedback, whether it's on, off, whether it's by color or brightness for each group.
With the WAC groups, there is no status feedback of the individual groups. You can have the same control of the group, just like the Haven app, with the same color palette that you had on the lights page. So that functionality, once you get inside the group, is the same as the lights page on really both apps.
Okay, so Chris, we've discussed lights, groups. We have another mode of control, which are scenes. So scenes make it very nice. You can set up your entire property the way you want it. For instance, red, white, and blue for 4th of July. Then you can save that as a scene for a one-click option.
Gotcha. So groups, you will have one color functionality. So you will turn a group of lights to, let's say, red. With scenes, it's one button, and you can turn multiple lights,
colors.
multiple colors.
Yep.
So
yep.
It's a very, very nice feature, and it really works as a save as, right?
It sure does. Yep, absolutely. So it's very simple, very easy to set up, just a quicker mode of control. Yep.
So on the WAC app, their scenes equivalent is called automations. So same kind of functionality there. It is a save as, so you set the system up the way you want, and then you save an automation, which is an equivalent to a scene, and you've got one button control over a multicolor setup. Now, in the current WAC app, if you try to edit that, it does not work very well, so I would recommend deleting the scene and then starting over if you want to do it. With the Haven app, you will click the 3-button bar there and hit edit scene. The whole system will set up to that scene. You change what you want, and then it's a save as. You can see the scene changing behind us as we speak.
Yep. Yep. So you can edit color, you can edit brightness, all in this. You can even ignore zones on our scenes.
That's a great feature.
Yeah,
I use that a lot in my house with my flag.
Gotcha. Yeah, because you want your flag always on white. You don't want it to be a part of any color scene.
Correct.
You can ignore that zone.
Yeah, that's a great feature. WAC does not have that option in their app currently.
Okay, so we're talking about control, right? Something we forgot to mention is image view.
Huge.
It's actually my favorite part of the app.
It is. Mine as well.
Yep. So you notice here on my screen, we have list view pulled up. You can simply tap that bar to go to image view. So the idea of this is you can take a picture of your property or multiple pictures of your property, upload that image to the app, and then drag and drop your zones or lights onto the picture. Gives you control from the picture itself. So if you have a lot of zones, for instance, it cuts out all the confusion, right? So you're literally looking at the picture and you can tell exactly where your lights are placed. Does not matter what your zones are named, and it gives you status feedback as well. So you can tell from the icon here, all these lights are on blue. I have a certain light here on white, but it gives you the feedback that you can tell lights are off, lights are on.
Show me how to change one.
Yeah, sir. So let's do C8 up here, right? So when you tap on the C8 icon, it populates it at the top of the screen, gives you the feedback on, off, or my color. I can select the color range, and again, we've discussed how to do that, right? But it's showing the feedback right here.
Great feature. So
yeah,
you don't need to know the name of the light. If you had it installed, what they named the light or anything. We've got properties with tons of lights on them. You don't have to worry about the name of them. You can see them visually on the image and see where they're located. Now with the WAC app, you're going to have to know the name of each light. So and you're just going to have a list of lights in the app that are going to go through and try to find that light itself that you want to change. So just a huge benefit of the Haven app, and something that, you know, one of the best things that we always say about Haven is when we bring new stuff, new technology out, new features, you get it as long as your hardware supports it. Customer number one now has image view. It's fantastic. Right. So, all right, how about we move on to events?
Yeah, let's do that.
Talk about events. So events called schedules in the WAC app. You go over Haven events first.
Sure. Haven events, it's based on a priority structure, right? So you're going to have your classic everyday event that probably comes on classic white, a warm white possibly. Everything after that you can set to prioritize over your default event, so to speak, right?
It's really hugely powerful.
It is. So it's based on, again, on the priority structure. Everything from the top of the page is going to take priority over anything below that. So you can have all your holidays, and you can group your holidays together. So for instance, I have Christmas, 4th of July, Memorial Day, Halloween, all of those holidays that you have preset, you can group them together and have them override anything that occurs as your default event.
We've got videos exactly on how to do this all on the website. Go check them out if you want to get specific on prioritizing scenes. We also have holidays and calendars in our scenes with Haven, right?
Yep, absolutely. So it makes it nice. So I'm going to set a test event up real quick just to show you. So for your event here, you can select your color, you can select your brightness, you can select your time, whether it's sunset, sunrise, or a specific time. But on the calendar, you can choose a specific date or date range, or you can choose a holiday, as you mentioned.
Great feature. For floating holidays, fantastic. Memorial Day weekends, Thanksgiving, starting the day after Thanksgiving for Christmas.
Memorial Day is always on a Monday. The date rotates every year, right? So you can select Memorial Day as your option. And for instance, all weekend, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, and Memorial Day, that Monday, it can revolve and rotate every year.
Yeah, the schedule is really, really powerful.
It is.
On the Haven app. So again, we've got multiple videos there. Now, Rob, I also noticed when you created a scene, you had multiple options to do just lights on, lights off, or creating an event, sorry. Lights on, lights off, or a scene or a light show.
Yes, absolutely.
So you got multiple capabilities, just even making an event.
Yep.
Now, with the WAC app, you really have limited capability with creating events. So you've got basically, you can select an action, which is a list of your automations. So what we call scenes at Haven, it's a list of your automations. So you can select that as an event, or a schedule, they call it. And you can select specific days, so meaning days of the week, Sunday through Saturday. And you can select time of day, sunset, sunrise. Right now, there's no calendar event or schedule or holidays or anything like that. So anytime you want your house to change colors for 4th of July or Christmas or anything like that, you would have to go change the event to a different automation, as WAC calls it. So really the difference is with the Haven app, you can set it up for the entire year, not touch it, not have to worry about it. You come home on St. Patty's Day and your house is green.
It just happens.
You don't have to worry about it. With the WAC app, you probably forgot about St. Patty's Day and you probably didn't do it this year. So so completely different as far as the automation setup and the full capability of the event schedule.
Yep, the Haven system, the priority structure, it's very powerful.
Yeah, there is no priority structure in the WAC app. So just a hugely big differentiator between the two systems. So now let's talk about locations. So this is more for installers. If you're a homeowner, you probably only have 1 or 2 locations, typically speaking, so you don't have to worry about it too much. But with the location page, especially for installers, we have installers with
dozens,
50, 60
many.
locations.
Yep.
We have a great search feature, so you can search through locations. You can also pull up the map of locations around you. So if he goes to locations and pulls up the map here, switch views, and shows all the locations that you are a user of within the map itself.
Another little feature on the map view here, you can select your specific location, and automatically populates GPS directions to that location. So if you have a technician that has not been there before, they're a user of the system, they can pull it up, easily get directions how to get there.
Great feature. So on the WAC app, there is no search. So if you have 50, 60 locations, there really is no ability to search. Also, you don't have users in the WAC app. So if you're an installer, if you're a homeowner that uses an installer, they're going to have to know your email and your password, which is not ideal.
All great points. Hopefully everyone finds this very resourceful. Stay tuned for the next episode. We're going to dive into color consistency.
Looking forward to it. We'll see you.